What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is James.
And I'm Kimmie.
And today we are answering all of your burning questions.
So a few weeks ago we posted up a comment on our YouTube community and asked you guys to pop all your questions under that comment and we shall answer them in this video.
So here it is. So before we start the video, make sure your subscribe button is clicked and your notification bell is ticked so you never miss a video. The minute you click it, you'll get notified. It's magic.
A lot of you say you don't get notifications when we post a video, so just make sure that bell is ticked so you get all the notifications. So we're not going to waste much time, we'll just get straight into it. Ready?
Let's go. Question number one is, when are you going to be talking to James in Swahili?
The thing is, my Kikuyu is really good. Like, I could fluently speak Kikuyu, but my Swahili has gone like this. Beep, 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 beep. Deteriorating because I speak Kikuyu more than Swahili, and then I'm always speaking English all the time. So it's just kind of so it would be parts breaking off, so it wouldn't be very consistent.
The funny thing is, when you're talking to your mum and you're having a conversation and like I'm there and you're talking in like Kikuyu and a mix of Kikuyu and Swahili, you'll talk to me and you'll carry on and you'll be like, oh yeah, no, I forget, because your brain is like so in that and then you go and I'm like
But do you know what the funny thing is? You pick it up sometimes.
Yeah, roughly.
Sometimes if my mum says something in Kikuyu, he'll summarize it. He'll say, oh, did she ask you whether you did? Oh, how did you know?
I don't know how I know, but I just get the flow.
You understand it? He's picking up words. See, he's learning. We're trying to teach him. Okay, next question. Favourite memory together?
Favourite memory together? Ooh, that's a good question. Favourite memory together? There's been so many. Sounds so cheesy, there's so many. I think probably the day we moved in.
Really?
Yeah, I think all the hard work that had taken that year to then finally move in and be like, oh, we've done it. You know, I think that was a good moment. Yeah, I think surprising me with the 100k plaque was a very good one, because I had no clue of that. Our first holiday, there's been lots of good moments, even when we been to Paris a few times. Like, even that was good, great. Yeah. So there's been so many, but I'd probably say moving in. What about you?
I think my one is still our first date.
First date, yeah.
I think it's a great memory because you surpassed every expectation I had, and then it's one of those things where you kind of know straight off the bat. I think when you meet the right person for you, you automatically know, and I think that was one of those moments. That's why it's one of my favourite moments.
That's good. Yeah, it was a good day. So
it was.
It's a good moment to have. Okay, here's an interesting one, because not a lot of people, if you know us, you know, but if you don't know us, you don't know. And that is, how old are you guys? At the time of this video, I am 27.
At the time of this video, I'm still a young 26.
But he's turning 27 next week. Or the week after.
Week after,
yeah. So you're getting old, sweetie. You're joining the 27.
No. And then 4 months later, you're another year up, and then you're getting old, honey.
I know, I turned 20, but I'm looking forward to it, you know. Time is moving so quickly, these years are just flying.
I know. I'm a young tender 26 at the time of filming.
You are 26 at the moment.
Okay, my question. How did Kimmie tell her mum about James and their relationship, and how did she have the conversation with her mum that she wanted to move out and move in with James? Everyone knows as African parents, you just don't spring up relationships on them ever. And obviously, like I said, my favourite memory of us is our first date. And when you know, you know. I've already said that already. And it is that feeling, because I knew he was the right person for me. And we're so compatible in so many things. A lot of times we say we're like the same person. I just wanted to tell her because I was so happy in the relationship and so happy to have found him. I just wanted to tell her. And you know what? I think she knew from the way I spoke about you that it's real. So she was happy for me. She didn't say anything. She had met you before I told her. She really liked him as a person. So all of that made it really easy. I think when you have the right person, all of that becomes a whole lot easier, because your parents can already see that he's a great person, he's a kind-hearted person. So that part was quite easy for me. The moving out part was tricky. Because every time we bring up conversations about moving out, African parents, you're going where? Yeah, that kind of thing. In the end, I think she just let me out the nest because she trusts James. James is an amazing person. She really loves you. She's accepted you as part of our family. All of us are essentially family now, because I love your family so much. Your family love me and my family love you. We're all one big family now. So I think that just made it a little bit easier to kind of let me out the nest. It wasn't the easiest thing she's done. done. And it wasn't the easiest thing asking her, but she was very happy for us. And that just kind of made it a little bit easier. It doesn't mean it wasn't hard. It just made it a little bit easier because a lot of people ask, how did you get your mum to let you move out? I think even when I moved out, a lot of people messaged me, friends, and how did you get your mum to let you move out? Like, tell me so I can go say it to my mum. But I think if you're with the right person, if you've introduced that person to your parents can trust you with that person. I think you'll be okay. Okay.
Cool. Good answer. So this one pops up pretty much majority of the time is, how is your kid doing? We haven't actually got any children.
We don't have kids yet.
We haven't got kids yet.
We don't have kids yet.
So for those who are watching and wondering where's the kid gone, we never have a child.
We don't have one.
Not yet. That is.
Tender kids, 26 and 27.
We're still young. We got time. There's no rush.
This one we get a lot. How tall are both of you? I don't think a lot of people actually notice the height difference between me and you.
Yeah.
One day we're just gonna have to stand together. There's a big height difference.
We have done the stand together before. When we make these videos, we're sat like I'm sat down, sort of
and a bit behind sometimes. Yeah. So it looks like we're at the same level. But if we stood next to each other, I'm probably like
down here. We have done it before. So you are 5.
I'm 5'3". I didn't lie this time. I say 5'4" every time, but I told the truth this time. You should be very proud of me.
Okay, and I believe I'm 5'11", but last time I got measured it said 6 foot.
At the doctors. But
I'm taking 5'11". I'm not trying to be one of those guys that claim 6 foot and be like, oh, 6 foot and this. So in fact, should we measure me now?
So there's about 8 inches between us. No, 8?
Yeah.
8 inches between us.
Up until I was 18, I was like 5'4", 5'2", 5'3". I had a massive growth spurt when I was 18. Just went overnight, literally. Like my whole life, I was always short, and then 18. Grew.
We could have been the same height, guys.
Could have been the same height.
How long have you guys been living together as a couple? A year and something? A year?
No.
A year?
Longer than that. Is it?
No.
2? How long have we been here?
A year and a half.
We've only been here a year and a half?
A year and a half.
Wow.
So about a year and a half. Yeah.
It feels like we've been here for ages.
I know it does.
Yeah.
It feels like we've lived together for a long time.
Wow. Here's a good one, and it is, has anyone ever told you that you remind them of Tom Holland? Again, I've answered this one before because people do tend to put in the comments.
Hold on, let me replace my face with Tom Holland so they can see it.
Ting. I don't see it, however, a lot of people in the comments on a lot of videos and my Instagram do say you remind me of Tom Holland.
Yeah, you get a lot of random people, but that one comes up the most.
That one comes up the most, yeah. So I don't see it, but a lot of people seem to see it. Hey, he's a cool guy, I'm happy to,
Spider-Man, that's your favourite superhero?
Who knows, maybe I could do a Spider-Man cameo one day. Switch it in for Tom. If you need a double act, I'm here, Tom. The people are already convinced. I think it's because he's English as well.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people that ask that are probably American as well. So they hear me talk and stuff like that. So.
And then they match that up.
Yeah, and we both look super young for our age.
True.
So maybe that's what it is.
What motivates you both every day to move forward? What motivates you to move forward?
You.
Oh, honey, thank you.
What motivates you?
You.
There we go.
I think because you work so hard. I do work hard, but I find ways to work smart so I don't have to work as hard. I'm that type of person. But because you work so hard and it's each and every day. Sometimes you meet people who work hard once in a while or it's part-time. But you generally put in the work each and every day. When you put your mind to something, you're determined to make it work. And when I see that, I feel so challenged. Like, oh my gosh, I want to do more. I want to do better. I don't want to just sit around and just go along to get along. I want to just work as hard so you're not doing all the work.
I think that's how you know you've got a good relationship as well. You kind of push each other to be the best you.
Yeah.
Like, we have changed so much as people from like the start of our relationship to now. We've changed and grown massively. There's no denying it, and I think that is a good sign of a healthy relationship and having a good partner, because it's a partnership. So you're both pushing each other, helping each other, growing with each other. Definitely.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that you can't always rely on the other person to be the one who motivates you, to be the one who pushes you, to be the one who's always inspiring you. You have to do the same for them, otherwise you're always draining them.
That's it. If
it's a partnership, you have to build each other up. You have to challenge each other. You have to inspire each other.
If there's two of you and one of you's like, there's a massive gap between you in terms of motivation, determination, and what your goals are and what you want to achieve, then you end up breaking away because this person is no longer helping you grow and helping you become a better person, and they're looking for someone who is going to do that with them. So that's where, when you've got a good, solid, strong relationship, is where you're both on the same wave and you're both motivated and you're climbing together. There's not this sheer gap that keeps going and going and going, and then before you know it, one of you's gone.
Yeah.
I think that's why you are a great source of motivation for me, and I am a great source of motivation for you.
Yeah, you have to build each other up.
Okay, so this is a really good one, and it is, how do you guys handle the household chores?
I'll let you start the answer for this.
Just after we've said we're both on the same wave and we're building together. In terms of household chores, Kiimmy is on it. Kiimmy is never letting anything slip. You'll never find a hair out of place, a bit of dust on the counter. The kitchen's always tidy, the front room. She's given me jobs to do, and I do those jobs, and I do those jobs well, but Kimmy's on it. Kimmy's like hoovering 2-3 times. Even you ask her friends and family, her sister, her cousin, they're like, has she got that hoover out again? I'm like, she's got the hoover out again. Kiimmy has the house and the home on lockdown. She's got it.
No, I think it's because I'm one of those people who are obsessed with cleaning. I love a clean space. I just don't like seeing a lot of messes everywhere. I like to clean up after myself straight away. And hoovering is like my favourite thing in the whole world.
It's a hobby for you.
I love it. No, but I just love a clean space. I feel like when you have a clean space, you think clearly.
Oh, definitely.
You work more, you're more creative because you're not looking around and you're distracted by all these things. And it's something my mum instilled in me from being young. Like, you've always got to try and keep a clean space. But one thing I love about you is he doesn't wait for me to ask him to do something. You just kind of crack on. Like, I'll go and you start cracking on with this, or you'll see me cleaning and you say, okay, because you're doing that, should I start on this, should I start on that, or should I start on this? And I think you sometimes enjoy it.
No. Not to the level you enjoy.
No one can enjoy cleaning to the level I do. I just love it. It's not a chore for me. For me, there's something
it's
relaxing about it.
I think for
it's
you, it's
therapeutic.
like taking out the old, in with the new, starting the day. Let's go.
It's honestly
it's like,
therapeutic.
That's one thing I did notice when we first lived together. Like every night I pack up the front room because Kiimmy had this routine of pack up the front room. So now it's got to the point where when we finish watching something, we're going up to bed, I'll start packing up the front room, making sure it's tidy, ready for the next day. Because then when you come down the next day, it's like, oh wow, it's nice to have a nice living room. So I'll do the living room while Kiimmy will do the kitchen.
Or the other way around, and then you do the kitchen.
Yeah, and then we'll meet on the stairs and then we'll head off up to bed. And I think it's so nice to have that. Like,
isn't it?
It's like a reset button, because the next day you come down and it's
the kitchen's clean, worktops are clean,
and it feels good.
All dishes
Whereas if you're holding on to
living
stuff,
room is clean. Oh my!
If you're holding on to stuff, you're like, it feels like you're holding on to the day before and the day before the day before. Whereas every day is like, bang, new day,
clean
fresh
start.
Let's go.
You understand me?
And the thing is, I'm the one who's saying, right, come on, it's time to go to bed now, because I'm thinking I've got to pack this all up, I've got to get going. So no, it's good. I'd say that's how we handle it.
A man after my own heart. He understood that routine so well. I need a moment. Okay, last question. How do you and Kiimmy always find ways to keep smiling no matter the situation? Firstly, let me just make this comment. I am the easiest person to entertain.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I laugh at the silliest things, the smallest thing. All you have to do is put a funny video and I am entertained. Like, laughing, cracking at my head.
Pretty much following on from what you said, you are very easy to entertain. I don't have to do the smallest thing and you're cracking up laughing. So, and then it's that contagious laugh where someone else laughs, then you start cracking up, and then you'll be sat there cracking up laughing and stuff. So, you know, that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, and I think I keep you smiling because
you are funny as well.
I'm not funny. I'm one of those
in your own
people,
way. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say I'm one of those people with bad banter, but I start laughing at the joke myself.
Which makes
I'll try and make a joke.
And sometimes the funny part is the bit that it's so bad that I crack up, because I'm like, where did that come from? And then I'm cracking up because I'm thinking only you could think of something like that.
It's like that joke I tried to explain to you that, what did the janitor say when he jumped out the closet?
I don't know, what did the janitor
Supplies!
I get it, yeah. See? There you go. So it's as easy as that.
Or it's me being silly. Like, I'll do the wittiest things. Like, when I walk into your office and I'm like...
Yeah, that's funny,
Yeah, it's little things. But in general, I feel like we're so alike in the type of people that we are.
And we like the same types of things. So the same things, if we see it, tend to make us laugh together as well.
Yeah.
So
I think that keeps each other smiling. We know how to entertain each other.
Yeah.
And we have a similar kind of sense of humour, and we're entertained by the same things. It's quite easy for us to just keep the other one smiling.
Yeah.
And you know what makes the other person crack up. So, you know,
So you do
if
it,
they're on a downer, you just like, Pull out the
Turn
stuff.
it up.
Pull out the supplies.
She's off again.
I'll tell you one more before I go, just to add on to the bad humour. How much does a chimney cost? Nothing, it's on the house.
That's
I get all this from Receipts Podcast.
That's a recent joke that she said, and she keeps telling me. I've heard that joke probably every day for the last 4 or 5 days now.
For me, it's funny. It's funny.
That laugh that she was doing there is the same laugh she did when she first heard it. I've heard it from her, like I said, 3-4 times a day for the last 4 days.
And the worst thing is, I heard it while I was in bed listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
And then I was cracking up in bed to the point he woke up like, are you okay? Because I'm just there in bed laughing my heart out. Oh, it's so funny. I had to stop the podcast and go to bed because I knew I was going to laugh throughout the whole thing.
So that's how we do it. As easy as that.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So that is it from us, guys. We hope you all enjoyed this week's video. It was a nice sit-down video. We haven't done a sit-down video for like a month, 2-3 months now. So we're glad we did this because we actually quite enjoy these sit-down videos because we learn a lot about each other from those questions.
Yep. It's been such a fun time, guys. You know what? We should do a session when I tell you jokes.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that.
That's it from us. We hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you like it, share it, and subscribe if you haven't. Can we vote it out?
We can bug it out, yeah.
Oh, yay.
Let's go. And cut it.